Hey guys, Lindsay with Empower Movement Physical Therapy. So one of the things that we treat all the time here is people who have headaches, and there's different kinds of headaches, and one of the types of headaches that you can get is actually coming from your neck. And oftentimes those headaches can be coming from the very top two levels of your neck. So here's your skull, here's the very top bone, here's the second bone in your neck. And if you look, there's this red stuff right here that actually is an artery that runs up and then into your brain. So this area here is super tiny, and if these bones aren't moving the way that we want them to, you can actually reduce the amount of blood flow that's coming through this area. So that's why, like, when you get a headache, oftentimes you feel really foggy, it's hard to make decisions, you're irritable, and so there's a couple different things you can do to help to get these joints moving. Now, one of the major things that happens here is rotation, but your skull actually moves forward and backward on that very top bone. And so what we want to do is work on mobilizing that to open up that space so that that blood vessel has more room to allow that blood to get back to your brain so you can think clearly and make some good decisions. So there's two ways that you can do this. I'm going to show you the gentle way, and then I'm going to show you the way that's a little bit more forceful, but still very much tolerable. So you're going to use your two fingers, and you're going to stack one finger right on top of the other. So one finger is going to be for patting, your top finger is going to be for pushing, and then those are going to go on the back of your neck. So what you want to do is find that nub on the back of your skull, and then you're going to slide right down from there. So for some of us, that's still going to be right like in your hairline. So then you're putting one middle finger there, and then your other finger on top. So those two are stacked. And then from that position, what you're going to do is hold your fingers there, put just a little bit of pressure, and then take your head and push it straight back. This is a tiny movement, people. So just a little bit where you're pushing back, your fingers are holding, and your skull is just translating like maybe a couple of millimeters over that very top bone. But that's all your blood vessels need for that extra space. To give it a little bit extra, what you can do is take a strap, use a belt, a dog leash, jump rope, whatever you have handy, but it's got to be firm, so no stretch to it at all. And that's going to go right where your fingers were. So you're going to find that bump on the back of your skull, and then slide it down a little bit, hold it forward, and you don't have to be like way out here, don't be a hero, just hold your hands close to your head, and then you're going to take your head and push it straight back. And going straight back is super important. Don't look up or down, just straight back. Like I tell my patients that to get that correct motion, pretend someone ugly is coming in for a kiss and you're not ready. Like that's the motion that you want to do. So it's just this little backward motion, but it's very tiny where you're pushing over that little bone. So see if that helps give you a little bit of relief next time you get a headache. Thanks, guys.